Well, guess what? Look at the one that's coming off sounding a little Nazi-like. Kind of like a terrorist your own damn self. You want to call anybody that criticizes the shady shit you do as an anti-Semite. That little game is played itself out. Because there's a clear difference between a Zionist and a Jew, and it's the Zionists that are giving the Jews the bad name. Just because people point out that you're going on a genocidal rant through Palestinian land trying to swoop on their dirt, don't be blaming that on us for pointing out the fact that you're the killing little bastards that's trying to steal somebody else's land, no different than it was North America and a Native American Indian. So if anybody is acting Nazi-like, it's Israel and the Zionists. And if anybody is giving Jews a bad name, it's little people like you. Organizations like AIPAC is for the expansion of Israel, which is stimulating a conflict in the Middle East. And when it comes to places like Iran, spin and propaganda is the only thing you're using against them. If anybody is a nuclear threat to the United States of America, it's Israel. And if it was up to me, we would have the IAEA all over the place. We would be inspecting Israel. That's what really actually needs to be done in this situation. I got to admit, people like you disgust me. You really do. You actually have the goal to call somebody Nazi-like and then refer to speeches of Hitler when you got George W. Bush talking World War III. What kind of crack pipe have you been hitting on there, buddy? Oh, and trust me, I'm trying to be as polite as possible at the particular moment. Because shady little bastards like you are destroying the entire planet. Israel isn't nothing more than a pit bull staked out in the Middle East, guarding oil resources. The right wing, the conservatives that you brag about being part of, you're all sick and twisted in the head. No matter if you're Christian or Islam, you both got the same philosophies. They would use a burqa, change it to barefoot and pregnant, and you got the same critter. They say, we don't have gays here. And if you had the chance, you would hang every single one of them. Two peas in the same pod. And I'm getting sick and tired of little panty waist trying to call me an anti-Semite for pointing out what Zionism is up to. Zionism is a political organization that has zero to do with any religion or the Jews themselves. If anything, you take a homeless Jew, stake him up in Palestinian land like a sheep out to slaughter. And then when that person pisses off enough Palestinians to why they finally push back a little bit, you have provocation to steal more dirt. Everybody sees what you're all about, so don't try to hide behind that "you just hate Jews" card, because it doesn't quite fly. And I hear shady little bastards like you all over the place trying to kill the messenger. Well, guess what? It won't work anymore. We're not the Dixie Chicks, and this is YouTube. And nobody's spewing hate but you. You're the only one that's in the group of people you're talking about is talking and wishing for the death upon others. You literally called for this guy to die. Whether I agree 100% on his philosophies or principles, that's beside the point. But to try to say that anybody that points out what Israel is up to is an anti-Semite, that card is played out. And it's about time everybody actually pays attention to the real thorn in America's ass. And at this particular time, that thorn is Israel. And if the Jews want to save face, you better watch out and take a look real close to what people in your own vicinity, as in Israel, is doing to your own name. So if anybody should have respect and clean up their own backyard, and this doesn't just pertain to the Jews, this pertains to the Christians and Islam for that matter. When you let the crazy side of your particular religion or whatever you want to call it, sect, go out of control. Whether it be Christians in search of Armageddon, Zionism hiding behind religion to steal and kill, because that's what it is. It's a political party that doesn't have no religion at all. It's world domination mindset. That's Zionism. You're for the entire AIPAC idea of the expansion of Israel. So this shit about calling everybody that's calling what's going on for what's going on an anti-Semite, sorry, it isn't going to fly anymore. And people like you trying to take away somebody else's freedom of speech because they're pointing out the shady shit that you do, good. Because you're a shady son of a bitch that needs to be pointed out. And I'll be more than happy to join the crowd that's pointing to Israel and saying, pay attention to what they're doing. They're the ones acting like Hitler. Needless to say, I've said enough to you. Any more than would be a waste of fucking energy. People like you disgust me. You are the little jihadist of the world, so to speak. You are the world's terrorist. And this government, under this administration, is terrorizing its own people. That's terrorism. When you try to control the masses with the use of fear is terrorism by definition. And Israel better wake the fuck up and straighten out and fly right, or you're going to soon cease to exist by your own actions. You will implode. Just about everybody surrounding you, from Saudi Arabia to Jordan to Egypt to even Iran. Iran does not say they want to wipe you off the face of the earth. They're talking about Zionism, not the Jewish people. The Jewish people has been getting along with Iran for thousands of years, and you can look at the Jews themselves. Jewish rabbis giving awards to Ahmadinejad for the work he has done. So this spin about calling everybody, or labeling everybody an anti-Semite that points out the shady shit you do, too bad, so sad. You're just a shady motherfucker, and that ain't gonna change. And calling me an anti-Semite isn't gonna stop me from telling the truth. So, on that note, later.